World Card Game Federation here with a local match as a part of our World's Strongest tournament. It was very much so a different world of trying out different decks and styles and ideas. It was very exciting. Couldn't say enough good about it. So this is going to be my second match of the day. After my sound beating happening on the first round there, I was getting a little rocked. Every part of me was starting to think like, well, hey, I don't want to have yet another poor showing at one of my own tournaments. So let me try to do better on this one. Fighting old Ryan here. Ryan's going to be one of our more skilled players. I would say that Ryan is not likely to lose to a misplay compared to just about all of us. His likelihood is very, very low.
Maybe. It's like supernovas?
So we're going to go ahead and begin our game here shortly. This matchup, it's actually pretty even when you think about it. I have decent tools to deal with, you know, being assaulted via energy damage, but I can't say I'm incredibly overly prepared for it. There's a lot of anti-anger capability with red, a lot of crits and such, so this could be an interesting fight. And I believe Ryan gets the first go. So he's going to go ahead and go. Got lots of tools at his disposal. Imagine that, just 2 anger, ready to go anytime regardless of what his hand is between the Mastery and his Android 18. Looks like he is going to pass. I think I'm looking at a drill in his hand. There it is. Now, I'm sorry to say I don't remember this card exactly. I think it's the one that lets him be able to blow up a drill.
What'd you rejuvenate, man? Nothing.
Oh, it's a card that gets when rejuvenated. You know, I've played this game for coming up on like 5 solid years, like as long as it's been around. But when you heard that was when destroyed from the deck or rejuvenated, I said, since when? It blew my mind. Very silly.
I don't know things.
So I'm going to play real dumb this game, you guys. You're probably going to pass out a couple of different large mistakes that flat out should cost me the game under most circumstances. Okay, it looks like a good old Ryan there has drawn an excellent hand.
Like crits, I can hit a drill.
Oh, yes. Okay, he gets to destroy a setup or drill on a crit. Nice. That could be very helpful. Okay, and so he's got red static shot in there, so I'm feeling that would be foolish not to press a combat, so he does declare combat. I draw my 3. Oh, I drew a Duke hand. Take a good look at that hand. And I'm going to get red static shot. Look at that. I got 2 physical blocks and a spear in my hand. What a dumb rump move. So I'm going to take a full 5. At least I didn't have any anger to crit. It takes full 5 life cards. I guess it's okay that I have a discard pile to work with. And that's actually raising his anger too. It's going to go back over to me. I don't think it was a good idea to use my power. So we always try to count up the Gohan's physical power so nothing gets sort of left behind. So I'm going to go ahead and do it all in a row. It's the anger raise, the rejuve, and then of course the instant of the rejuve. So 3 anger physical.
He always gets 2, but in particular makes 2 out of
3. 4-stage physical. I'm not used to, I guess I've seen Android 18 get stage locked occasionally, but I'm so used to her powers overcoming that, it's kind of hard to see. I don't know how he took the damage on that. I noticed he hasn't actually took the damage on his stages. Anybody else catch how he... Okay, he's going to grab an Android attack drill. Oh man, that's pretty intense, you guys. He used those Android 18s. He go and use the power to pull an Android 8 card, slaps that mother into play. Android attack drill is going to boost that up. I'm going to take 6 life cards, full in the face, no endurance, because of course with static shot, between static shot and Android 18's level 1 power, converting everything to styled, it's pretty rough. I just got shot in half. It got critted, solidly critted. You know, anybody who is wiser than me in this one and not in such a darn hurry. Oh wow, I have the same direct strike. So that's neat. I get to go ahead and do this one. There we go. Chim grab's not a bad choice for that one. So I throw this one. You remember, it's raise your anger, place one on the top, and hit. It would hit him with a. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I don't actually know what he did about my 4-stage physical. I don't know anything because I don't see him block anyway. Oh, but anyway, yeah, he's going to go ahead and I think it's 5 stages altogether. I think.
5,
Okay, 5 total.
5 total. Hit effects.
Yeah, rejuve 1.
Okay, let me go ahead and rejuve, raise my anger to 4. Not a bad little hit.
I'm going to use Android 18's power.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. Oh, look at this. Okay, 4. Yeah, and I have regular endurance, but it didn't matter because I didn't hit endurance. Fantastic. Okay, he gets to hit rejuve. And look, you guys. Now, I always want to call it Red Shattery Leap. I know that's not what the card's called. Look at this. During the match, I get to see, despite playing this game all these years, never read the word rejuvenated on that card. That is really impressive.
So I'll keep this on here as a reminder for that.
Okay.
Over to you. I pass.
Okay, I get to pass. I got a dead hand, bro. What am I supposed to do? So he's going to go ahead and activate the mastery, I believe. He's going to grab some stages and raise his anger.
What's he got? What game is he playing on?
I would have tiptoed into level 3 this combat.
I'm going to go ahead and use mastery.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to choose to lower your anger 1.
Ooh, he did the wisest thing possible. He chose to lower my anger, considering raising his wouldn't have done a whole bunch.
Yep. Or at least 1. 3 stages.
Okay, he's going to gain 3 stages to the
My
mastery.
next attack does 3 as well.
It's going to add a bunch of damage on that one. Eek, I've taken hit. Oh! But thankfully he turned off my endurance, so basically there's no way for him to get the draw from it. So neat.
No prevention, because I think it does by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ooh,
6, 7.
dang, look at the mountains of damage I took this game, you guys. I took a significant beating. I was crit a bunch of times. It has been a rough combat. And you guys thinking about it, I really should have just let him unleash his full volley, then use my powers and get off this level. So I'm going to intentionally set up my discard pile with knee block on top.
Oh, that's not good for later on.
And I guess he's a little worried about that.
This hand, it just will not cooperate.
I have a so-so hand, but I guess I'm just going to go ahead and...
No, I draw, I took all my energy blocks as damage. You want to see how
So
many?
Hit him all in the first 1, 2.
I took good 3 energy blocks as damage on this one. First hand, yeah, 4 energy blocks just fell the heck out. So I guess I'm not going to have a whole bunch to be able to defend with, so I just got to get offensive.
I have negative on
Okay,
my
no, when entering combat effects, I'm going to go ahead and activate my...
I'm going to go ahead and do this in such a way that I end up being level 2.
So,
You know this.
So its first is...
So let's see. I raise my anger. Sorry, I was on 2.
so I was at 2, raise my anger for the physical, rejuvenate this one, mastery gives me 2, I level,
I actually get 1 for the mastery, 1 for knee block.
then I activate my instant, so I'm level 2 with 1 anger. So it's physical attack doing 4 power stages.
And that's physical attack can be 4.
Yeah, it's not a massive damage push, but it is neat. And Ryan is lightly susceptible to the physical damage.
Raise my anger 1.
Still got 3 anger on his side, still got 1 on mine, so nothing too crazy. So Ryan's going to see what he's going to do about it. He's probably just going to rope-a-dope it, take the damage, suck it up.
His other effect gain 4 stages. 6 stages. 4 physical. Yep, I've got 3. This one here. 4. Check.
Alright, what's your play?
My play is going to be Android 18. I'm going to raise my...
Android 18's power raises anger to 4. Not a bad movie in the slightest. If you get to take 4 life cards because of good old Android attack drills out there. So I'm going to take my damage. I wick off a little bit with the endurance. Because remember, it's not, how do you say, it's not styled and he doesn't have a static shot. So I'm going to rejuvenate 2 cards with Gohan's power, raise my anger 1 level, then I'm going to go ahead and raise it a second from the actual physical attack. Physical attack for 6 stages. That's a little bit of stage pressure. I don't know if he's just going to still soak it up and he's just going to hold on to that block. Because if he levels right now, he's going to lose his drills, and that's tough. That's tough. He's probably going to have to soak up the damage since it's a set amount of damage. Yeah, that would be the wisest thing. Take 3, and then 3, and then, yep, look at that. Yeah, that would be the wisest way to go.
Control the one that can rock as a...
Yeah, it's a sweet looking promo. I didn't recognize it to the point where I went, what? So you guys see what I'm seeing, right? If he was to level up with the mastery, he'd be able to protect one of his drills. Ta-da!
Raise Maker 1, which happens first to level up. Okay. So these guys go away first.
Oh, he gets to choose one and save it. I think he forgot.
Too much. Level this lady on up. Nice. Full.
Okay.
And
he leveled on up.
For just 4 now.
Be 4 life cards, and I took it, wicked off the damage in 2 life cards. Not bad at all. I guess. Wow, I power punched off of that one off of level 3 anger. It becomes F to E with unstoppable. It's something like 7 stages. 7 power stages. He's taking it regardless. So he's going to go ahead. You guys remember that one you can still attempt in this game? It's a lot of that the do what you can roll. So he's going to go ahead and take all the damage, gets knocked to 0, then plays this one, gains his stages, and then gets his anger 2 levels. Okay, mastery up, raise anger 1 level, gain 3 stages. Not a bad plan at all. I guess he's just genuinely worried to get stage lock. And a hilarious wall breaker I throw on him. I don't think it even holds on him for like even 1 action in my memory of this particular one. So, stopping him with anger here isn't going to mean a whole lot with wall breaker. I hit him with 4 power stages on an AT plus 1 physical. Neat. It's kind of silly. Okay, he's going to pay all of his stages to fire off 118s. He's going to go ahead and handle a rejuvenation off the energy attack immediately, which is good. The thing is, of course, it only triggers if I stop it. So most likely I'm just going to go ahead and weather it. I don't have any anger, so crit me at this point isn't going to really cost me anything. Though I'm looking at my discard pile, sort of trying to get the mental odds of what kind of thick endurance I got left in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Don't even pretend. He don't need no extra. He don't need no more powers. Wow, I forgot it was 8 because of the mastery. Ouch. I ran into big, thick endurance, so life's good. Okay, I'm going to use my level 3 Gohan power, and I'm going to go ahead and pick 3 cards. You guys know this drill. The rule, of course, this is a very powerful card. That phrase up to is probably the only thing I'll ever see get ratted off this thing. Is there going to be some other balancing rule, I think? Like they get discarded or something like that. As it is, it's a little broken being able to just snipe out 1 card and put it in my hand. Yeah, the limitation of being styled is neat. So I'm basically going to let him choose on this one. Choose his chin grab. Put chin grab correctly to the bottom and rejuvenate the remainder, which raises my anger 1 level. And that's kind of the thing. I could snipe out 1 card, but having 2 of the same one actually gave me an excuse to rejuvenate. Okay, I chin grab that mother. He stops it, so I don't get the hit on that one. I lose 3 stages off the physical, which is really neat. And apparently I had no other moves going. What the heck was that even about? Okay, so it's Ryan's turn. I must have really pressed that advantage. Sorry, you guys can't see my air quotes advantage. Okay, Ryan's going to draw us 3. He's going to go ahead and do his power up. Oh, this drill actually brought up something super important as we were going through it. We figured out that its ability is not a constant. Is something you have to activate to get it, and neither of us noticed that. I just didn't pay enough attention to the card. But he's not going to go into combat. He's going to pass. He's going to rejuve. He's going to go back to me. I'm going to draw my 3, and hopefully I get something here. Anything. And apparently my deck's not cooperating even a little bit. It looks like I'm going all physical blocks. I guess I could... So...
I could like press the advantage.
So you guys think about it. I could ditch the knee block in my hand and try to hit it with my chin grab, or I could rejuvenate the chin grab, knee block in between turns. The thing is, I'm going to try most likely to what's that word? Try to get some usable cards from my discard. So, I mean, there's always that thing where I could just grab 3 energy blocks, let him rejuve the remainder, raise my anger.
Oh, it's for Android only.
Yeah, that's right. And then you use the power, then your attacks.
Okay, that's what we figured out. The +1, the Android specific damage boost on that card has to be activated. So that was something that was a bit unexpected. So we're going to get 3 different cards. I went with 3 energy potential blocks. I guess Ryan was a little worried. Okay, buffer goes to my hand. I guess he was just worried I might have an E block or 2 in there. Okay, rejuvenate. Okay, it's going to go back over to Ryan. I got my cards I needed to help to iron out a couple of crud items in my hand. So Ryan's being real careful. You guys know that rule? Your discard pile is public knowledge.
He has some in there, right?
That would have been the neatest thing. I just grab 3 knee blocks.
So let's see what Ryan's got going here. I think he's got a couple of non-combats in his hand that are not going to be as useful. I can't quite make out his hand. I don't know if I just did something different with the camera angle. Maybe I need to go a little higher up next time, because I'm having a hard time seeing hands.
The bottom.
Except for me, I got big old, nearly visible hands. Jeez. Okay, Ryan's got, like we said, he's got Android 18's power on there. He's got the Mastery Rate of Rock. He's got lots of tools to do something with it. So I can't get a look at his hand to see at least what he's considering. I see a Static Shot. I think I see a, what do they call that?
Okay.
Oh.
Pay 0 for this. Lower your anger 2.
Ooh, dang.
Your energy attack for. Yep, go for it.
I don't think I ever saw anybody use
For
it.
discard pile, you can use it.
Okay, this card is used from the discard pile. So neat. It's one of those, it's like the Namekian Resourceful Shot.
So it's going to be for 5 to 6 for this guy. Energy 10.
And then I think this is why when I double check and see about that activated ability.
Ooh, that'd be something to lose, though, too. Have to take it. No, wait. No, I have to stop this one. This is the one I can't bother to stop.
If you stop, I get something else on.
Get back.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop this one, and I think it's actually the next action, so technically didn't influence the game at all. But I figure out that he never activated his drill's power to boost up his damage. So I lower his anger 1 level with Namekian Rush. You know, that one that just shuffles, doesn't actually have to hit, and raise my anger on that one. I hit him, do a smidge of damage. Nothing crazy. He's got plenty of endurance. Though deck-wise, I got to admit, I'm looking the worst for the wear, despite me being the Namekian. Ryan doesn't know my hand is full of nonsense. Okay, like I said, Ryan's got no power stages, so he'd have to use the Mastery in order to get some stages in order to throw Static Shot, because it still would at least cost him a stage to throw it.
I'm going to use
Yep, there you go.
Lawyer number 1. No other effects.
Chin grab, rejuvenate 1.
I'm at 0. Space 6 base rank.
Yeah, 6 base plus 3 plus 1. So 10 and all.
So 10 on life card from Chin Grab. That's actually pretty significant damage, even though his deck really isn't tech for damage. Oh, neat. So he's going to go ahead and take all that damage, and most likely I'm going to crit him down. Got plenty of endurance, but it was just too many stages to manage.
11, 10 life.
Okay, I rejuvenated his second card on the hit, raised my anger to 3 for gotta be like the 5th time during the course of our game. Okay, and let's see what. Okay, and I don't exactly know how he hit me with the free Static Shot. I don't know what made it free, but he did. And Static Shot hits and crits, and he doesn't raise anger. Actually, he does. Wall Breaker does fall
Check
off.
the critical damage and then hit and then crits? Or is it hit before crits? So hit, nothing.
So he gets his hits first.
Did you actually use this power at some point? To actually do the boost up of the damage?
No, I mean, it's a constant.
So this is the moment we both realized that the power to boost up damage for Android attacks is an activated power. You had to have actually used it in order to start getting the benefit. It's not a continuous. So just 5 life card, I took a little bit less damage. Wall Breaker is still crit off, so that's nuts.
Okay, we're there.
Wow, I have to pass. He has 2 non-combats. The game she is over. Or the round.
Sure, I'll use
Oh, okay, now he does it. Oh, that mother! He gained the stages necessary.
And then search discard pile for a style.
He's going to activate 18's power anyway, which is a neat thing. He got the stages he needed to be able to do it. So basically, I didn't slow him down quite as much as I thought I did with that giant right hook, or chin grab, as it were. Okay, he rejuvenates that card, and he's going to have, I want to say right here, how much? Is it 5 or is it 6?
If I pass again, of course.
Wait, he's supposed to have used his power.
I'll pay 2 and 18.
There you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I was misunderstanding. I thought he was throwing the power for that rejuve.
Regular endurance.
6 regular endurance.
Actually, hold on 1 second.
You get to do your search.
Speed effect. Yep.
Ooh, he's going to do this first.
Oh, really?
So, it's immediate effect. So, 5.
Is it your attacks or your next attack? I'm sure it's your attacks, but
Your attacks deal plus 2.
Alright, so it's good amount of damage.
6, 7, 8.
8 life cards. I'm about to take a big ol' hit. Ran into some juicy endurance, but not enough to actually stop anything.
endurance. Hey, alright.
Hit.
Wasn't entirely
Nothing. Crits. Anger. I pass this.
Okay, so his dead hand is going to go ahead and serve him well. Yet another knee block falls into the discard pile. You dumb cards. So at this point, my deck is either should be thinned out to only things that I can need and things that I can use. So, but it is Ryan's turn. Let's see what he's got. He did ditch the Android attack drill, which is probably the wisest of the two to go ahead and put out. I believe it's there. It is Red Relaxation.
Top 4 to 5. Which bottom? Unleash.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Unleashed, eh?
Unleash the beast. I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
Okay, he's going to pass, rejuvenate a red stop.
This first up. Rejuvenate stop.
Nice. I didn't see what card he held on to, but that's not a bad rejuve. Goes over to me.
Really, hand? We're going to do this.
Okay, and then I get
And I can do power up to full and stuff.
Namekian Fusion comes out. Know this card. Power up to full. Draw a card, reveal it. If it's... And look, I put the sphere back knowing full well he probably had a stop in his hand. You guys remember I was talking about how dumb I did, how mistakes I made that should have cost me the game but didn't because of, I don't know why I
Sure,
didn't.
I'll declare. When entering, just one effect. See this guy.
Okay, he's going to crit my anger down to 0. I've probably lost something like 9 or 10 anger on this one level. Okay, he's going to grab Unleashed. You guys remember how I said I saw he had Unleashed in his discard pile and I put the sphere away? What is wrong with me? Okay, so I draw my hand in response. He's going to, of course, Static Shot, makes his way out. Okay, Protected Posture, stops it. I raise my anger 1 level. He goes back over to me. I'm pretty sure I need to activate my power and filter out some doggone energy blocks. Because I don't think I see a whole bunch in that hand to be able to do anything here.
I'm going to go ahead and use...
Come on, do the energy blocks. Come on. Don't even mess around. Look at the deck size. Why are you taking hits? Oh, wow. Oh, and it was a block. Oh, it was an energy block. Woo! Apparently the luck is with me. Ah, the knee block got rejuved because of the doggone Namekian Fusion. I raised my anger 2 levels. Woo! Okay, goes back over to Ryan. Ryan has a red stop in his hand, I believe. Looks like he's got a couple of blocks there. Not entirely sure why he drew me into this. I guess he's probably going to throw 18's power.
Whatever you're done. Take time.
Oh, no, we're good. It would be nice, but they have just been real reticent this whole game.
Go ahead and lawyer your one.
Okay. One of these times I got to get my anger lowered counter going in this thing. That'd be awfully funny. Okay, I'm going to activate my power for the thing that I wanted to do, which is fantastic. He's going to go ahead and choose.
Those options, and then that's top and bottom. Just that guy.
So there's a lot of things to worry about here. A card that affects the least is Posture. Second most is Energy Guard.
Rejuves itself, shuffles 2.
Let's do. You can have the energy guard.
These guys rejuve.
Okay, raise my anger.
Great, so over you.
That was my attack. It goes back over to me. I think he's going to throw the 18 power. Or he's going to activate the drill. It's hard to tell. I was there and I find this fuzzy. At this point I should be able to just power punch him to death and just move on to the next level. And then make it a real short one.
18. She's named
He
Rejuvenate.
gets to target rejuvenate Static Shot, I'd assume.
Drawing ball.
Excuse me. So there's an awful lot of choices. Almost everything in here can potentially be deadly late game at this point for Ryan. So it really is that hard to do.
Guilty.
Okay, he's going to rejuvenate this card.
And then it's going to cost me 2.
Okay, cost him 2 power stages to throw it.
Which is 5 because everything's
Now, the thing is, I might have to chance taking the hit just because I genuinely don't want to potentially be critted if my deck decides to underperform.
It's got a good amount of items. Are you feeling lucky?
And this is a crucial choice, you guys, because I'm either going to explode off this level with Gohan's Power Punch or not if I let this thing, or if it ends up critting me because my deck underperforms. So let's look at it. Who wants to bet I'm about to get crit yet again?
I'll go ahead and take it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I don't get critted, and you'll never guess what we call it. What card saved me? Shoulder Slam. Gohan's Power Punch to level.
Guess who is is done waiting on level 3 for you.
I mean, I can't fight anywhere between 1 and 2, so it's like, it's just going to happen regardless.
So I end up going into the AT plus 5 physical. I'm as strong as it can be, cannot be stopped by an event, so I think he will punch through anything he's got. We're going to calculate some damage here.
You said so. Base is 2. He does the 7 power stage.
A measly 7 power stages. It's the weakest Gohan's power punch.
Still attempt to block, right?
Oh,
That's Jim Sphere? I do. Okay, I'm going to pay the 1.
it's still going to punch through it. How the heck did I forget that my attacks cannot be stopped by... I guess he's still just going to attempt to play and resolve all this stuff. Let's grab some targets.
I guess that's where I use it. Get there and take the. Yep, still take it for 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he had no targets, and we let him have a takesy backsies, but it's fine. It's a friendly game despite the competitive environment. It's complete acceptable. Wow, he's gonna throw a second left power bolt. I don't even know what he's gonna grab.
Energy attack for 5, 6 from when I proc mastery. That's my next style.
Dang.
And cannot be prevented. 5 base. And then the 1 from mastery is the modifier.
I guess we're doing this.
Okay, because I was about to take that hit because that looked real awful. Red left bolt was one of those odd cards I never actually owned, despite how long this game has gone on. So I'm going to go and shuffle my teeny tiny deck from taking all these massive crit shots, and like we said, making mistake galore, talking like like Tommy Wiseau. Okay, so he did his energy, and it's going to go back over to me. I have not a lot of choices, but I have enough. I can go ahead and activate. Hey, why did I use? Am I? Oh, technical difficulties. One of the other matches finished, and one of the fellas got caught on him. A little more action-packed the average match gets.
Yeah, I am.
I have the sneaking suspicion you're holding on to a sphere and a static shot.
So I have a good amount of anger in my hand. I probably activate my Gohan power at this point, just beef up my hand a bit more, so I have enough tools to work with. Though I should probably kill his drill while I'm out here. Bait him out for the sphere, right? That would probably be the wisest thing.
I'll throw Gohan's power punch.
Okay, Gohan's power punch comes out. I'm an F.
But I don't get any of my buffs, so it's not.
So base is 6, 11 power stages. Yep. Base is 6, 11 power stages. So it's going to be a significant hit. Raise my anger to.
Stop that one.
Oh, he does stop it. What a waste. Neat.
Oh, use this. Constitution 0. Raise my anger 1.
He's going to go ahead and throw that. He's going to throw that energy attack. It cost him 0 for the mastery and 18's powers mix, and it's the one that it could become a 2-shot energy attack.
When one of your effects requires you to lower your anger, you may banish this card from your discard. I'll make them out 0.
Oh, that's right. It's the one that can basically lower your anger reduction to 0, which is neat. That ends up being very effective, very helpful.
So it's energy attack coming at you for 5 unpreventable.
Apparently, I assumed he was gonna. So I'm gonna go ahead and rejuvenate 4.
Necessarily not using it. Just
Now, it's a shame I didn't end up with a single knee block in here, else I could have just won the game in one sphere. Not one sphere, one hybrid defense. And apparently, I just throw whatevs back. Because I guess it doesn't matter. So I rejuvenate, raise my anger to 4, and I believe I'm going to use my power and just end the game. And MPPV. The game, she is over. That was a fantastic match. I got really hard killed in that one. I was so prone to take damage just to fall out of my deck. Though it was a good match. Ryan, as I come to find out, actually hadn't used this deck a bunch. It was actually another person's design. Didn't train with it a bunch. I'm gonna put it out there. Ryan probably should not have second guessed himself and went with whichever deck he'd been training the most with. I'd say Supreme Kai probably could have dominated, but that's neither here nor there. I do win this match and had a great time.